All right, in this video, we are going to be reacting to the Tom Grossi video. If the NFL was scripted, Week 18. I have watched it before, but honestly, Tom Grossi just does it so well. And, I don't want to do it for any of the other NFL weeks. I just thought this idea, but Week 18, it really is something else that Tom Grossi designed. And I just want to watch it and react to, what it is. Which one I saw this beginning. Yes. Bring back the week one reference of Aaron Rodgers being, injured and then the Jets having a horrible season and missing the postseason. But the win over the Patriots, it was really big for the Jets because the Patriots have beaten the Jets, since every single game since 2015. So 2015 was the last time before this the Jets actually beat the Patriots. And now you have to look at it like this is the first time they won in Foxborough since the 2010 playoffs. Since the 2010 divisional game. So that win over the Patriots for the Jets, it was huge because in what also could be Bill Belichick's last game. I mean, like he lost the. It's always gonna be known that he lost to the Jets in his final game, even though the Patriots own the Jets. Even when the Patriots sucked, the Jets sucked more. And this year we actually have the Jets doing better than the Patriots. It just speaks to how bad the Patriots are. Oh, come on. We showed up in the first half against the Cardinals. I mean like our defense isn't showing up, but our offense is doing pretty good right now. Except against the Giants. But we were all banged up then anyway. And if we can just get a healthy team to coalesce around, then the Eagles can do it. Like yes, it didn't show up last week, but they haven't been you know, they beat the Giants the last time, and yeah, like it's true they didn't show up on the field that game, but that was a little harsh. Oh Saints, oh Saints, oh Saints. That's the cat's off you got to be careful with. The Saints they make the playoffs, but they beat the Falcons 48-17 in Week 18. But you have to understand the consequences of that. You demolish the Falcons. You do pretty good against the Buccaneers. You can't make the playoffs because you don't control the tiebreakers. But now you have to look at it, and see that now they think that Dennis Allen is actually good because you're doing all this and you're demolishing the Falcons and beating the Buccaneers. They're going to keep him. If you want your coach fired, you want to be losing games because if you're winning games, then they're not going to fire the coach if they're successful at winning. Like I know Pete Carroll got fired, but that kind of a drop from like 5-2 to 9-8 and missing on a postseason, that really just is unacceptable out of any NFL coach. And Pete Carroll, this isn't, his first time doing this. He seemed to only be doing well with Russell Wilson, and he was a good coach, and he's still gonna be an advisor. But you just got to be careful. But you also understand the Seahawks were 9-8. They really should have been 8-9, but they made that last second comeback against the Arizona Cardinals. Don't do that. I would not recommend doing that if I were you, because all you're doing is you're taunting the 49ers, and I mean I hate them, but like you don't say that because that's what cost you a playoff berth. I mean, like honestly, he probably could have scripted it so that the Packers lost to the Bears, and you need the Bears to win to make the playoffs after you lost against Pittsburgh, but you don't just boo them like that. I mean, like I know you hate them, but that was a bit inappropriate to be honest. Titans. They didn't make the playoffs, but if there's one thing they can be proud of, they kicked the Jaguars out of the playoffs, and they were the and got revenge on the Jaguars for them kicking them out of the playoffs, last year. And Titans, that's honestly probably a season highlight. Is kicking the Jaguars out of the postseason because you were 6-11. You were a horrible team this year, but you were the reason why the Jaguars got out. And the Jaguars, honestly, they're the one team that collapsed worse than the Eagles. Ooh, roasted. He is not going to react kindly to that. I can just feel it. Yeah, the Jaguars, Eagles, and Saints. Three teams, they're all frustrated with the scriptwriter right now. I wonder what the scriptwriter is going to do in response. It's about to get heated up in here. Yes! Packers! I need you to beat the Cowboys. First of all, I need you to beat the Dallas Cowboys. And if you didn't know, Mike McCarthy was actually the Packers head coach before he got fired and went to the Cowboys. So it's that reunion there and there's a lot of them. We're gonna see that a lot of these teams, it's Packers Cowboys. It's an old rivalry, and the Packers head coach went to the Cowboys. So the Packers got to get revenge on Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy wants revenge on the Packers. It's gonna be heated. I actually want to look this up. Was Tyreek Hill on the Chiefs? Because I never heard of this. Tyreek Hill. He was on the Chiefs. He won a Super Bowl on the Chiefs. and now he's on the Dolphins. Another reunion of teams where you had the what's it called? You have the um you have Tyreek Hill visiting his former team in his former home stadium. Like that. Oh my god, that's how I felt. I actually wanted to get the 5 seed over the 2 or 3 seed because I knew that if we were the 2 or 3 seed, it was either gonna be the Rams, the Seahawks, or the Packers, and I was like, oh shit, they're all red hot teams. Well, Rams and Packers are, and in the case of the Seahawks, we have never beaten Pete Carroll when he was coaching the Seahawks. So I was like, okay, well, Buccaneers was our best win all season, and I was like, we can do this, maybe, but it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna be made fun of humility. It's gonna be humiliating for me if we lose, but if the Eagles win, it's gonna be so satisfying. He's on the Rams, but there was that famous trade. Matthew Stafford won the Super Bowl as a result of it, and Lions fans, must not be happy. And this is time for their revenge. And Matthew Stafford, again, it's a lot of this old team versus new team kind of stuff. We're seeing it again. Ah, yes, that's how Lions fans feel. Ah, the Houston crowds. Oh my god! Oh my god! Week 12. It's so funny. We see the Texans blow up the moon because they think that the moon is why they lost because the Lions lost because of the moon. And in week 14, when he finds that they lost the Jets, his car's blown up. Oh my god! Two teams that have never been to a Super Bowl ever. Two of the historically worst teams in the NFL facing off against each other. I'm telling you, the stakes for this game are so massive because whoever can win, they really have momentum to get to their first Super Bowl. For the Texans, their first ever AFC Championship game. Stakes are massive. It's gonna be so loud at NRG Stadium in Houston. There was a time in which they were tied atop the AFC standings. They're always four because they lost in every single tiebreaker. But there was a time when they were the best seed. But you go from 8-3 to 8-7. It's like you got to just be throwing up any stomach about playoff chances. Oh, it's the Cookies! He got him a new car! Yeah, all in all, that was a really, really well played out video. This is going to be a super wild card weekend, and it's unfortunate that we're stuck in where we are, but we have a chance of winning. I think that honestly, we have a better chance of winning as the 5 seed than winning as the 2 seed. And the last time a team had this bad of a collapse after starting off this good, the 1986 Jets, They demolished the Chiefs in the wild card round, and when they lost to the Browns in the divisional round, they lost in double overtime. Hope still exists for Philadelphia, obviously for Jacksonville. They're mad because they missed out on the playoffs entirely. They have no second chance. Once you're out of the playoffs, you're out. The Eagles, they can still go on a run for it. It's going to be insanely difficult. And, we're one of the weakest teams heading into the postseason. But the Buccaneers, they're also a weak team heading into the postseason. But that video was amazing. That storytelling, it was just amazing. Like, if there was a week that the NFL was going to be scripted, it was going to be week 18. I'm just telling you off the bat.